This is about Russia and Syria.
Okay.
The Russian Prime Minister Medvedev has just given an interview to a German newspaper, warning that if, in the event of a ground offensive, there could lead to a world war. So do you take that as a direct warning to the U.S. and to Saudi Arabia or to Turkey?
I would, and I've seen the comments. I mean, on one level, it is very concerning, and the Secretary has actually spoken to the fact that, given the disparate groups on the ground in Syria, the different factions, and the different elements on the ground fighting each other, that this could worsen and could become a broader conflict. So that's always a concern here. But I would question the source, and by the source I mean Russia, saying that they're concerned about this spinning out of control, because let's be very clear that it has been Russian support for the Assad regime over the past months, and most recently on the siege on Aleppo, that has exacerbated, intensified the conflict, and frankly, put the political process in jeopardy. And so I understand the concerns he expressed, but I would also say if that is Russia's concern, then they should look at what they're doing to support the Assad regime.
But officially, they don't have troops on the ground, and I mean, their message seems to be directed to the Saudi plan to send thousands and thousands of ground troops, a plan which has been apparently approved by the U.S.
Well, again, there was no approval by the U.S. I know that Secretary of Defense Carter spoke to it earlier today in Brussels, I believe, where he met with his Saudi counterpart. But they talked about the range of Saudi Arabia's efforts to intensify its participation in the anti-Daesh or anti-ISIL coalition, and that's where their focus is. We're still assessing all of what they want to do. We welcome their intent to increase their efforts, but we're still considering all the elements of that increase in effort.
Yeah, please. The thing, really very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, all reports indicate that you are having one heck of a time, or a difficult time, trying to garner support from the Arab countries. That's what they're saying, that you probably get the kind of commitments, maybe from European counterparts, but Saudi Arabia, the Gulf states, and Jordan has human. So basically, the Secretary of Defense of the United States is having difficulty convincing its Arab allies that they should put their money and their efforts where their mouth is.
Sorry, I'm sorry, the question
I'm
there
saying
is,
that let me ask you this directly. Yeah. Are you having difficulty in garnering the support of the Arab countries, whether in terms of finance or in terms of equipment or soldiers?
You know, Saeed, and we've talked about this in reference to many of the countries who are part of make up the coalition, the anti-ISIL coalition. There's lots of different roles within that coalition, lots of different lanes of effort, however you want to put it, and lots of different levels of contribution. We look to everybody to lift their game, however you want to put it, to amplify, to accelerate their efforts, so we can accelerate our effort overall to destroy Daesh. That's something we're constantly in discussion with. Saudi Arabia today, there were good discussions with Secretary of Defense Carter. We're going to keep consulting with them going forward and look at ways that they can augment their efforts.
I know that you don't